Welcome back to Business RadioX Pro Tip. Stone Payton, Lee Kantor here with you. Lee, ChatGPT is all the rage. You continue to study it, look into it. What are you learning, man?
Well, these are two things that I actually use ChatGPT with this week. And then a heads up, a spoiler, but Google also has their version of it. It's called Google Bard, B-A-R-D. I recommend Googling Google Bard and see if you can get on the wait list to try that out. I've tried it out as well. It has a very simple interface, and it tends to be a lot less busy than ChatGPT is at this time, so you might want to check that out. But two things I used AI with this week was I used it to help me write headlines for a Facebook ad that we're running, and I used it to write a first draft of an email that I wrote this week. Now, some of the tips to use when you're using AI is to be as specific as possible and help the AI help you. So when you're writing something, an ad or a headline, tell it things like, write this like a thought leader expert on this subject matter, or write this like a, high school student. Write it in the tone that you want it. Tell it the tone you want or the audience that you're aiming at, and it'll give you a better response. And you can play around with it. You can try it, write it for an expert, write it for a beginner, and it'll write a different type of content depending on who you're trying to communicate with. And it's cool to see that. And I like to use AI, especially for first drafts. So if I have some ideas that I'm working on, I'll just, instead of just kind of myself brainstorming stuff, I'll say, okay, write 10 things, on this subject matter, and it'll write 10 things. And then I'll be able to say, okay, maybe I can use this one, or I'll go deeper on this one, or this one might work better in this case. So I use it a lot for first drafts, and you'll be surprised. Once you start using it, it becomes very easy to be a habit.